What's happening, everybody? All right, we got breaking news, and as you can see on the screen, Ian Rappaport just announced that Mark Davis went ahead and fired Antonio Pierce. I posted a video on this yesterday, basically stating that if something was going to happen, my assumption would be is it would happen within the first 48 hours, and it did. We're Tuesday, less than 48 hours from the end of the Chargers game, and Mark Davis pulled the trigger, and Antonio Pierce is out as the Raiders head coach. And so, kind of where do we go from here? I'm going to switch to the big screen. And just a reminder, guys, if you haven't seen already, I did announce a giveaway to kind of end this season and just kind of end it on a high note, at least on this channel. And so I'm doing my 7th giveaway since starting this channel, the beginning of last season. So if you want to be included in that, hit the subscribe button, but go over to my video that I dropped on Monday. It's titled Biggest Needs Exposed. Go over there and in the comment section, type the word giveaway and let me know who your favorite Raider players of all time. And on Thursday, I'll drop a video announcing the winner and giving you the instructions on how to redeem that giveaway. But I'll also reply to that comment and give you the instructions as well and let you know that you are the winner. And so again, just my way of saying thank you and show my appreciation. And so let's get into this. One thing I do want to add is I thought it was a little weird. I thought it was crazy that Mark Davis allowed Antonio Pierce, allowed him to address the media yesterday, and the media bombarded him with questions on whether or not he thought he was going to be the Raiders head coach moving forward. And he kind of had to battle those questions. He basically said, that's all outside noise. I'm not hearing anything inside. And so he really gave no opinion as to whether or not he's hearing anything from Mark Davis or Tom Telesco or what have you. And so it's pretty crazy that we sit here again. Mark Davis has fired Antonio Pierce. I do think that was what quite a few people wanted. I dropped a video on my opinion as to whether or not I thought Antonio Pierce should have been fired, because there's definitely some reasons why I would move on from Antonio Pierce, but also I think Antonio Pierce was given a pretty shitty hand with all the injuries and everything. But a lot of his coaching decisions when it came to in-game decisions, his game management was really suspect, right? And one of the things I will say as I was kind of just processing all of this is I thought it was very strange. There was 2 things I thought was really strange, and it made me think that, are we going to get rid of Antonio Pierce? And one of the things was, we didn't extend anybody, right? There were some players that we thought at the beginning of the season or even halfway through the season that we should have tried to extend and reach out and give them extensions on their contract. Players like Robert Spillane that has played lights out all season long with our linebacking room. We need a leader. We need a leader on this defense. And so we didn't extend him. We didn't extend Trayvon Merrick. We didn't extend guys like Adam Butler, which is actually absolutely bald this season. Even Jacoby Myers, after his 1,000-yard season, showing that he needs to be a staple that we build around this offense. And by not extending some of these players, you try to extend them so that you can get them at a little bit lesser contract, maybe get them for 2, maybe 3 more years and lock them in before they hit free agency. And now that price just skyrockets. I was wondering why we weren't doing that. And Tom Telesco touted it before the season started is that they're going to build within. They want to build within the players in the locker room, and we didn't do a single thing. And as I was kind of thinking about it, I'm sitting there going, man, does that mean that there is going to be a change? Does that mean that there might be a massive shakeup in this locker room that you don't know what players you're going to move forward with, because you might have new coaches, you might have new personnel, that the schemes will go in a different direction? And so again, as I was kind of just thinking about and processing it, that was definitely something that that was on my mind. And then in addition to that, you got Patrick Graham, that he didn't sign an extension in the offseason, in last offseason. And now he's going on and interviewing for the head coaching job with the Jags. And he's also a lateral movement for the DC job with the Bengals. And a lateral movement would be very, very interesting. Yeah, you can get a pay increase, which would be great. And you go to an organization that is kind of on the cusp of, if they have a good defensive coordinator or a good defense, they can find themselves in the playoffs without a question. And so those are one of the things that, as the last couple of days have been going by, I'm sitting there going, like that maybe those are signs that we're about to move on from Antonio Pierce. And here we sit. So again, just kind of my thoughts in the last 24, 48 hours as information was coming out. But I did just drop a video as to if Mark Davis were to move on from Antonio Pierce, I would hope that there's a very thorough thought process that he's going through on not only is Antonio Pierce not the right guy for the job, but 2, if you let Antonio Pierce go, you better be 100% sure that there is a candidate out there that you think is a clear upgrade and is going to be a clear improvement to your current situation. But at the same time, you better know for sure that that person wants to come coach for the Las Vegas Raiders. They want to be the next head coach for the Raiders because, look, this isn't the most desirable position. There's currently 5 head coaching vacancies, and this now makes number 6. And so you better hope within those 5 that you have a really good chance that you are going to provide a better situation for the head coach that you want to come in and coach for this team. Because if you didn't go through that process, if you didn't go through, um, just your own due diligence and making sure that that is going to happen, and you just let Antonio Pierce walk and you shoot your shot at the number 1 or number 2 guy that you are trying to aim for and trying to get, and you don't get them, and then you find yourself sitting at the bottom of the barrel picking maybe your 4th, 5th, or 6th option, and that doesn't work out. And when we continue this cycle and over and over and over again, this Raider fan base has continued to be absolutely disgruntled and pissed off and basically calling for Mark Davis to continue to sell this football team and just step aside. Because I'll tell you right now, the mess that we're currently in all is on the shoulders of Mark Davis. You can't sit there and go that, oh, a GM stepped in and created this mess. No, because the previous 2 coaches brought in their own GMs. John Gruden brought in Mike Mayock, and Josh McDaniels brought in Dave Ziegler. And none of those guys, Mike Mayock and Dave Ziegler, did not answer to Mark Davis. They answered to the head coach, which was John Gruden and Josh McDaniels. The chain of command has been so screwed up the last 2 coaches, is that I want us to run like a normal organization. I watched a video from Hondo Carpenter. He just posted something basically saying that Mark Davis is really looking in at this head coaching position and what he wants to do moving forward. And I'm sitting there going, why is Mark Davis even involved in it? Mark Davis hired Tom Telesco. Whether or not you agree with what Tom Telesco did with the Chargers, I think it was a big influence on the Spanos family, in my opinion. That's just pure speculation. But why is Mark Davis even involved in it? Let Tom Telesco be the GM and do what he's supposed to do. Mark Davis, you did your job. You brought in Tom Telesco. Now let Tom Telesco do his job. If you don't allow people to do their job at their fullest, within the full capability of their responsibilities, and then when something fails like the head coach, Tom Telesco can start pointing fingers and say, it ain't me. You picked the head coach. That's on you. And so if you don't let Tom Telesco do his job, then you open the door for people to continue to just point fingers and say, look, you didn't let me pick my head coach. You didn't let me do what I was supposed to do. And that's what you leave the door open for. And that's how this organization continues to be absolutely dysfunctional. And so I hope at this point, if Mark Davis was the one that made that final decision and cut the cord and let Antonio Pierce go, I do hope that he allows Tom Telesco to be on the front lines and the decision maker on who our next head coach is going to be. Because then at that point, you can clearly point the direction at Tom Telesco and say, you chose wrong, you made a mistake, and it's on you. At a certain point, we have to have the correct chain of command and make sure that people are held accountable in the correct way. And so, again, I just want to jump on here and kind of share my thoughts, but breaking news, Mark Davis fired Antonio Pierce, and we now have our own head coaching vacancy, and now let the search for a new head coach begin. I appreciate you sticking with me. If you haven't heard, I announced another giveaway to end the season on my channel, and so if you want to be included in that, hit that subscribe button, but go over to a video that I dropped on Monday. Basically, it's titled Biggest Needs Exposed. Go over there, and in the comment section, type the word giveaway and let me know who your favorite Raider player is of all time. And this Thursday, I'll drop a video, announce the winner, and I'll reply to your comment in that video, let you know that you are the winner and give you the instructions on how to redeem that giveaway. So again, guys, appreciate it. Let the head coaching talks begin. So I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you on the next one. I'm out.